Hey, so I saw this guy, Marty Sampson, Hillsong singer, said that he's not a Christian anymore and that he had been losing his faith for some time. And I think the wrong way to go about this is reacting like in a, really upset or shocked manner. Um, and because that doesn't help anything. And I understand if people are upset about hearing it or something if they're Christian, but this person is discussing what they believe and what they feel. So it's better to just deal with the issues and what he's actually thinking. He listed reasons why he didn't believe in Christianity anymore, and first thing is that you should take those reasons into consideration and deal with those, and maybe you can help this person with any situation, not just or help this person specifically in this case, but with any situation in which someone is opening up about how they think and feel. Look at the issues. Don't not just freak out. I think the freak out obviously doesn't help anything. But specifically in this case, not specifically. A lot of the time, what people say they have an issue with isn't exactly the issue. So, I mean, how you could really deal with it is if you know the guy. But he did lay out some reasons as to why he wasn't a Christian. How could so many people who don't believe in Christ just be sent to hell? And I forgot all the reasons that he said, but to me that was the most, I think the one that most people have a problem with. And it makes sense, why, because on the surface it seems like, it seems maybe even ridiculous that God would send people to hell just because they didn't believe in him. I wasn't going to get into discussing all that in this video, but I just thought basically to say that the wrong reaction is to freak out. And I'm not saying that can't be your initial response internally or when you're discussing with other people or whatever, but if you were to go to someone that says something like this and go, what do you, or how could you not be a Christian? And, that doesn't help anybody, and that'll help push people away from whoever you're trying to help. And not that you want to look at it from a I hope that nobody dealing with any issue is or dealing with somebody in any issue is looking at it as trying to brainwash them. But if you're ever trying to help someone, which is what you should be doing, you want to talk with the issues and how they feel, and because especially with this guy, his reasons were things that people bring up all the time, and people have a problem with a lot, and they're reasonable things to have problems with. But he must have just kept it in for so long and just never really looked at it and dealt with it. I don't know if that was because he didn't feel like it was okay for him to do that, which is definitely a possibility, or nobody had talked with him about it before, or brought these things up in a sort of a church setting or any other Christian, which is also not great. But I guess so. Yeah, my end point is that and every community, whatever religion you have, should have or whatever, any sort of group, or just any just the whole public of the world should be open to people saying what they're thinking. Their questioning of things, because it doesn't really help anybody to just hold their important questions inside. And so I think fostering, a loving community is super important for, first of all, helping people so that they don't have these things built up inside them, questions they need answering, and then second of all, for when they do finally have these questions come out, or at any point that if they have these questions come out, have them feel accepted and loved, and that people will help them. So I hope that helps somebody. God bless. Have a good one.